Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of Stoneblock 2. That's going to be fun to say. So welcome back. I have done a few things in between episodes. We now have a diamond furnace. I also went to the mining dimension, so we got a bit of ores. I just went up there and I used some of these EFLNs to do some mining and some opening of the area, and then I just vein mined the rest of the blocks that I needed. And I have a few things crafted in my inventory. Firstly, I moved the lava production over to here and I added a lava block underneath. And I'll break it on this side and we can just grab the lava out and make another obsidian. I just have a stone barrel down there beneath the water, as you can see right like so. And I can just input the lava, for example, like this, just to get this going. Which is really nice. And now we're going to add a superheating element, which is super simple to make. The recipe is just 4 copper, 4 redstone, and a steel casing. And to get steel, it's a really simple recipe from Tiny Progressions. It's just 6 coal, 2 iron to get you to steel, which is really nice. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to just grab a little bit of stone. And this should make lava insanely fast. And we can possibly get into a tank to start storing this, or possibly just automate lava today. That could be a thing. I wanted to play around with integrated dynamics, so I made a squeezer. And what really cool part about this is you can place in ore chunks, or ores, or other things, I believe, and then you jump on it. And as you can see, it squeezes down. And then it doubles ore, and then you press a button or a lever or something, some sort of redstone signal next to it to reset it, which is really cool. So we can toss that in and that should get smelted. We can also grab another stack of charcoal and just make tiny charcoals and toss them in here and then in here. Wonderful. So over here, I did a little bit more sifting, and we're going to get to possibly auto sifting today, hopefully. I made a generator from integrated dynamics as well. And for integrated dynamics, you need mineral. So I have 3 of these hopping bonsai pots with mineral saplings, and they are making us the crystallized mineral chunks, which are kind of the base recipe for these. So can we get another, that's going to be another 2 blocks, right? And then I need 1 redstone, and then I need 6 more chunks. To get us another battery, and we can then use the battery to store a bit more power, because I believe I can put 4 of them together, and because they will make a bigger battery. But here it says, oh, now it does say 3,000, and now it does say 2,000. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna do 3 million battery. Okay, so over here we're gonna put down the generator right here. I'm going to grab a little bit of charcoal that I have still here, and we can just toss that in to start making power, I assume. Generator? No? Burn time? Do you need to have coal? Unless it has to have somewhere for the power to go. So if I do a battery... now it works. Okay, so this doesn't internally store power. Okay, so what does 1 coal make? And these batteries don't have a GUI, and the numbers on the bottom are very weirded out. Okay, it is making power though. So we're just gonna stack a charcoal in there, and then I'm gonna go underneath here. And I have a few blocks ready. We're gonna put some power cabling down, and I have a pulverizer and a redstone furnace. And what we can do is we can set input output, and then auto input enabled. And we can put in a small storage crate and also a small storage crate. And we're going to say this should be the input. It doesn't need to be an auto input because this is going to export anyway. But you should be outputting power, I think. Maybe if we put it underneath the generator, it's going to start putting power into here. Apparently not. So what if I break you? Do you keep your power? You do. Okay, auto supply disabled. Nope, I wanted to sneak right click it because it has auto supply. That I don't know what that means, but yeah, these are getting power. It's just the battery is taking the powers first, which is weird. Okay, so I'll put you up here and you should be splitting the power or not. Okay, so no battery, go away. Make me the powers. Okay, there we go. I'll grab some stone just so we can fix the mess that I made. That is fine. I don't know if 1 generator is going to be enough to run these 2. If we start tossing in, for example, the copper, we're going to see what happens when this starts processing. It is keeping up with the power. It is extremely slow, so this will it'll just run and do its thing. So we can just take all of these chunky bits and just toss these in here to get doubled. That should be fine. And also we have a bit of ores here that we can double, some of like that. Awesome. So that'll just get processed very, 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 very slowly. But it will get processed nonetheless. So do we have any more of the chunks? Almost 2 more. And then we can get the last battery that I want, which we don't really need because apparently the batteries are weird. So if we look at integrated dynamics, is there like a wrenchy thing? There is a wrenchy thing. Okay, we can do this. Well, let's take these. It's gonna use up a few of the chunks, but that's fine. So can I like output, input, something, something? No. The battery just doesn't output to placing crafting with other batteries to increase capacity, shift to auto supply. I assume the auto supply is the thing, but I don't know how it doesn't output look like to like a leadstone energy duct or flux duct. But this looks like it's draining power faster than we're using it. But this burns really long, so we can make another generator. Can I split these guys back? I cannot. Okay, so we do need to make another battery if we want to make a generator, unless it doesn't matter what battery it is. Okay, it doesn't matter, so that's fine. It's a bit of a waste on the whatchamacallit, the mineral, but that's infinite anyway. So this should supply enough power for both of these. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, and that is working, processing very slowly, but it is working nonetheless. And it's automatic. So, wonderful. Ore doubling, we did it. Magical. Okay, so we can do automated lava. We can do a mob farm. Oh, hello. Hello, Blizz. I'm in a mega taiga. Oh, that's cool. Okay, but the morph doesn't really seem to be working. Unless I have to set it up differently or something. I don't know, but I killed a couple mobs, but I can't really transform into anything. I also am wearing some of the armor that I got from the mobs, which is just armor. Doesn't really matter, but we're getting skulls automatically from this sword, which is really cool. So that's going to be nice for anything that we need. And this doesn't even work as a normal wrench. It's just weird. All right, so what if we automate lava production and also automate obsidian? That could be neat. So let me get some stuff crafted and we can possibly put this somewhere. I also took down the farm because we don't really need it. And to get the mineral, I forgot to mention, you have to sieve dirt in a flint stiffened mesh. But yeah, let me get some stuff ready for automating this and we can see about getting a bunch of lava. And this is how to not use fluid cables for lava production and obsidian production, for that matter. I just used fluid tanks because they have the push and pull capability. So I just pull the lava from the crucible, put it into the tank, pull it into another tank, put it into the drum or the barrel, and then that outputs obsidian. And this is going to make, I think, 2048 obsidian, and then it's going to stop. And then it's going to fill in the tank of lava, then the drum of lava, and then another tank of lava. So this is automated. I'm just going to leave it for now. I'm not going to have lava because this is processing it as fast as it can. This is draining slowly, and it's going to drain the 16 buckets, but that's fine. And this is just producing it 60 times, and it's just all out of cobblestone and nothing else, basically. So that is really neat. So we have obsidian now. I also forgot to mention that I upgraded my tools to obsidian just because of that, because this is going to happen, or this has happened now. I also made an atomic reconstructor, so we can make leather for backpacks if we want to, and to also make this. If we grab, where is it? I have this bone meal. If I toss this, do you not work on? Oh, I need a lens of color. What do I need for you? I just need a lens, which is black quartz and glass. Black quartz. I have glass on me. Lens. Boom. Aha. And if I toss that there, now we should be able to get this. And with this, and 2 iron pieces, if I have them somewhere. Did I use up all my iron? Apparently I did. Do I have any more iron here? I do not. Needs to process. Go process. And my voice is running away from me. Excusez-moi. So do I have any... I just need iron. So that's going to process soon. Okay, it is processing now. I just need 2 pieces. So we can get a basin. This guy, a drying basin. So I need a bit of wood. Let's just grab a stack of oak to have on me. And then we should have the 2 iron processed. Drying basin. And I looked in here, and then you can get rewards. Are these like rewards you can actually get, or is it... How does this work? Because if we do yeah, introduction, la 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 la, all of the stuff, networks. I don't know if you actually get those rewards, or is it just a reference guide? I don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. So we have this drying basin now, and the drying basin can turn rotten flesh into leather as well, and it has a bunch of other recipes, and it's broken with an axe. And we can get into mechanical drying basin, which runs off of power, which is really cool. And we can use this to get more mineral, to get more crystallized chunks as well. Because we can put this squeezer, which we can also automate, and some generators down or something, and get mineral. And I don't know if I can use the mineral for power, if that's a possibility. Because if we go into here, we can also get lava out of netherrack, but the mineral resin, I don't know if I can use that or the chunks for anything. So facades, I don't think we can use it for power at all. It's just to make more mineral, but we use the mineral wood and the squeezer, and then you get the resin and the chunks as well, which is really cool. But mostly I wanted this for leather and for this liquid quartz. Yeah, mostly for leather is what I needed this for, but it was a thing, so we have it now, and we can upgrade those in the future. So let's toss some things away here, and also we can move some of these stuffies over here, like so. So we have some resources, which is lovely. The redstone part is really nice because you don't have to do a bunch of dust sifting to get redstone. You can just go to the mining dimension to get it, which is super easy. Okay, I think I'm gonna continue with a mob farm, hopefully. Basically, because what I want is I want great wood, so I can start designing the base and building, because I want to use great wood logs for like the main kind of log block, pretty much. So basically, we need a mob farm for that, because we need rotten flesh, and rotten flesh is only gotten through a mob farm. We can't really use anything else other than sifting sponges, which is not really gonna be a thing, because you have a 16% chance to get 1 rotten flesh. And a sponge is wood chippings. That's not a problem. Slime is a problem currently. We would need to use milk and mushrooms if we wanted to get slime blocks the normal way, or we would need to get lucky to get a sapling, a slimy sapling. And then yellow wool is dandelion yellow, which we could use the reconstructor, this guy to the reconstructor to make the dye, because the lens of color makes us all of the turn everything into different colors. Basically, we can turn even glass, I think, if we do that. No? Oh, it might be stained glass. You can't really dye it, but if you have a dyed stained glass, that should be good. So let me see what I want to do. I think I'll get into a sieve, an automatic sieve, and maybe get into magmatic power. I didn't really want to do magmatic power because it's a thing that everybody does, but we might do it because it's kind of the simple thing to do right now. We could just set up another crucible, make another superheating element. Those aren't too difficult to make. But yeah, let me see what I want to do, and I will show it to you once I'm done. I decided to make some compacting drawers here, so we have a little bit of an easier time of turning cobblestone into gravel, sand, and dust, because we can just grab the compressed and then crush it with a compressed stone hammer and then put it in the gravel drawer. So basically you do this, and then you can just crush it and then toss it in here and then grab the gravel out as you need it. So that's really neat. And I also upgraded the cobblestone generator to the 2nd tier, so we have that now going for us, which is really cool. And I then just sifted in this heavy sieve, and I made an iron stiffened mesh. I sifted some sand, so we got our first ancient spores, and I'm just gonna place these down here, and that should spread if I use my watering can over here. And we can also toss in a bucket of water, and this should start transforming as soon as it just starts transforming if it has mycelium next to it, and it's going to spread nicely. And this is also going to give us mushrooms, which is really going to be cool. But does this go faster if I water bucket or water this? Doesn't look like it. No. Okay, so we can just let that be. And we have one skeleton here, which should be all that we need. There's one guy in there. So once we get the witch water, we can turn that into a wither skeleton. And with this super sword, we should be getting at least one drop of evil out of that. So that should be cool. I also need some more charcoal. This is going to finish doing some more things. And we can just grab 1, 2, 3... like 4 stacks of wood. I've just been doing this, which is really easy. Just toss it in, not in here. That was the wrong thing. I want to toss it in there. So it gets made into charcoal, and we can just grab the stone out, which we can then use in the future to make arcane stone or something. Witch water. I actually would like another water in there, but we need to go place the witch water down if we want to do that. So, Skellybow, haha, you're still here. He's now a wither skeleton. Boom. Drop of evil. Wonderful. So we can now make a super duper mob farm. And we also got wither dust, a necrotic bone, and some coal, which we can take with us and toss into there. I'm going to put this water bucket, or this switch water bucket here, and I'm just going to make another bucket because we can use that to get charged creepers. We can turn, I don't know what else, into different things, but some of the stuff. But this drop of evil we're going to use to make an automatic mob farm. So we need some sort of way of moving the mobs around, or we can get into a mob crusher and just use either a death generator or something else, because the mob crusher is just going to kill the mobs instantly. And we could use a death generator if we put it far enough away. It's not going to cause a problem for us. We could use, you would get rotten flesh. That could be used in what generator? The death generator again. But this gives you the stupid effect, which is kind of dumb. But we could be using the disenchantment generator. But for now, what if we just try the death generator and put it far enough away so it doesn't cause a problem? Or we could just make flux things once we get some. We could just get these guys, the flux networks, plugs, and points. Because those just require a little bit of ender pearls and blaze powder, which is not too difficult to get. But yeah, let me figure out how I want to do the mob farm, because I want to just do this far enough so that we can get great wood and we can start building, basically. So let me set up a little bit of a quick rinky-dinky mob farm. We can possibly use maybe the player trap, maybe this, which is not too difficult to make, and we can just use some vector plates. And we would need to get slime balls by getting cows, which wouldn't be too difficult because we can get mushrooms, no problem. So yeah, let me see what I want to do and I will be back shortly. I want my tools to have silk touch, and we can't get emeralds just yet. Well, we can with sifting, but I don't really want to sift a bunch of gravel just to get some emeralds to get the silky jewels. But I can do sponges as these if we put them in here and get a sponge binding, for example. We can get squeaky on it, which will give it 250 durability, and it's gonna give it basically the the silk touch enchantment. So this should be, your tool is so soft and squeaky it gains silk touch but deals no damage. So that's perfectly good for an axe, a shovel, and a pickaxe. So we can just get that going for us. Do you need to be repaired? Apparently you need to be repaired, so 1 obsidian. No? Oh, right. This one's fortune. So we need another pickaxe. So let's do... let's grab 4 of these, so we can do 1 of these. And then 1 pickaxe head. I have the binding. Those extra sponge we can keep somewhere in a chest. It doesn't really matter. And... I will explain how I got slime and everything. I need a wooden... I think it's just 1 stick is enough. No, it's 2 sticks. For a... there we go. Wooden tool rod, binding, head, and sharpening kit. And I need a flint. Do I have a flint? I have a flint. Okay, so pickaxe. Bam, bam, bam. And then we need that... Whoops. That plus that plus that to give it the mining. And we can keep the fortune for going mining, and the rest we can just keep as normal. So that's lovely. Okay, the wood chippings I don't really need, so we can just destroy them. It's just wood, so it doesn't matter. We could turn them into paper if we wanted to, but we get paper automatically from our farm anyway. I made a ground trap, I think in the previous cut as well. I just had it here. And I also made some fruit bait because it's super simple with apples and string. We can just get it. And that will slowly produce us rabbit hide, raw rabbit, bones, feathers as well, rabbit's foot, eggs, raw duck, and leather. So we can use that, the eggs for chickens if we wanted to. And some leather will be nice as well for some other stuff. So the way I got slime is using the mushrooms that spawn here when the witch water is being made. And those I just put in with some milk that I got from cows, which I got from using, I believe it's called grain bait. No, it's bait. It's cow bait. It's 2 wheat. And then you just place it down next to water and some grass, and then you walk away 24 blocks or so, and just wait until the cow spawns, and then they could spawn as a baby or a full-grown cow, and that is pretty much it. And why I wanted Silk Touch is because this dark glass would break if I didn't use Silk Touch. So we can just use that now. And this is kind of going to be our mob farm. So I'm going to count... first of all, I want to use the this guy in a mechanical user. So we can get that going by doing a resonating redstone crystal, a dropper, and a lever. So we need a bit of cobble, Uno stick. We have redstone, and I need a resonating redstone crystal, which we have just one. Okay. That's neat. I thought I had more, but we have one. That is exactly what we need. And I don't think this will use... Unless we want to use this user, which would be more difficult to get because of the magma block. But we'll see if the mechanical user will work fine. So just need a lever, and that should be good. And hopefully we don't crash the game by Ender.io using repellent or something. And I don't want to have the sword in here because this is gonna hurt me. So we can make an opening here on the side so we can get out like that. And if we want to push the mobs, these fans will do a 16 blocks with redstone power. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we do those here, and then we can fill this area back here, or we can just basically put blocks like so. And I can run a redstone line down here, or just run a conduit or something. I don't think we can get any sort of redstone other than just running regular redstone, which shouldn't be a problem. We can just put torches behind, or yeah, we can probably just put torches underneath and then invert the signal. And we can also put some lamps in the ceiling to light this entire place up. So if we want to make a lamp, we probably need glowstone. Unless there is some other... This lamp controller requires Estonia, and the lamps are glowstone as well. Light? Is there like a light that I could use? Because I would love to have this an on and off switch. There's a Firefly lantern. That will just destroy the mob farm, I think. Light. There's Ender.io lights, but those require silicon, more glowstone. I mean, glowstone is a thing that we can get from sifting, so I could just sift dust to get some glowstone. Because we would need just a bit, I think. And we have a bunch of dust here. So let me sift some dust, see if I can get some glowstone and enough to make a couple of lamps that we need. Probably 3 lamps would be enough, I think, at least. We'll see. And then I need to bring the mobs over and then over to this side. So I might put in like 3 fans on each side just to push them in, or maybe just 1. We'll see. I don't know if these do just 1 wide or if they do more. We can test that. I'll test that off camera. So let me get some more stuff done and I will be back shortly. I decided to assemble a simple kind of mob farm, which is going to use cursed earth. I haven't put it in yet because I wanted to do that on camera, but I want to show you how the lighting up works. We can flick the lever, and then as you can see here, we can't move in because the fans are working, and that means I could even move the fans 2 blocks back, but now I have it all wired and I don't really want to move everything, so it's going to be fine. We just need it to be temporary anyway. So down here, I just have vanilla redstone because we don't have any sort of modded conduit of any kind or anything other than normal redstone wire. So we have just repeaters. They have to go over here next to these blocks because otherwise the redstone would power this redstone and then it would just create a loop and the lamps wouldn't turn off or on or something or another. Basically, the redstone would just say fully powered. But when we get to the end here, I just have a redstone torch that flips this or inverts everything. So when, because this is kind of double inverted. So this torch turns off the repeaters, turns on the torches, basically meaning that it turns on the fans. I could have had the repeaters in the back pointing directly into the blocks, and then I wouldn't have to invert it, but this way I can have it underground and I don't have to have an even longer redstone wire than it is. So that will turn it off and on, and it should be fine. And if we then just put this in, we should get cursed earth everywhere. And if we close it off, and then do that, we should get mob spawning, and they should be going into here, which is wonderful. So if we set this guy to entity, and we give you this, left click. Awesome, and we get the drops, wonderful. So what I need now is a way to collect stuff, and that would be either the absorption hopper, which is really simple to make. I just need an eye of ender, and I have some blaze powder because I sifted some dust, so that is fine. And the ender pearl, I can get it with philosopher's stone, but that is a more difficult recipe. Or ender crystals, which is just that I can't get. Basically, I need to wait for some endermen to spawn, and then I can get a normal ender pearl. So we just need to leave this on, and I can just leave it running a little bit. Hopefully enderman will spawn, and I should get that one going. Was that a wither skeleton? Or oh, enderman. Awesome. We can turn it off. Oh, I'll turn it on so that skeleton gets over here. There we go. And then let me get inside here. I also probably want to turn this guy on and off. So what if we say redstone on, that's gonna run, and then we say redstone off, so only when the redstone is off, you run basically. And we can even wire it underground if we wanted to. We could just say this block, we can power this differently. I'm doing this on camera, but I didn't want to. Hold on. Let me grab some redstone and we can do this together. Redstone. And I have bricks on me, which should be good because I don't want to really have this block open, so that is fine. If we just do, that's going to power that over. So all I need to do is power, for example, a redstone torch here. So what we can do is do a repeater here, and that's going to transfer over through there. So we can just, instead of running repeaters through here, I could just be doing this, actually. That would be a bit smarter. And we can just repeater line it over. And then just the redstone there will be cool. And since the lamps are lit, we just need some torches on the sides just so we don't get mob spawning down here. For any reason, I have a torch back here, so that is fine. And we can just smack a torch down here as well, just so we are good. Okay, so this guy needs to, when the lamp is on, this guy needs to be on redstone off to work. So right now it isn't working, and I can go in there, hopefully. We don't hear it working, so that should be good. Okay, I could pick up all the stuff, and we can just sneakily get out. Place the blocks back. Awesome, we got 16 ender pearls. Oh, that's gonna be so insane. Okay, I'm gonna grab a storage crate, which I do have on me. And the absorption hopper was just that, 3 obsidian and a hopper. So 1, 2, 3 obsidian. I think I have hoppers still. Do I not? I thought I had an extra hopper somewhere. Apparently not. Okay, 5 iron and a singular chest, which I can craft. 1, 2. Oh, there probably is the recipe where you don't have to craft the chest, but that's fine. Okay, so hopper, obsidian, and I just need a blaze powder, like so. So we can grab that. And the absorption hopper should be fine to pick up everything. And we can just put you on the side here. And we'll put this guy on. This has the show area. So that should get everything. Yeah, plenty of area. So we can then just say that is looking south is going to be item. And then west is going to be... Oh, that's west. No, I want north to be fluid. And we can put a drum or something over here, or just a trash can for the moment. But that should be what we need to pick up all the stuff. The dark sugar I don't want. But we're gonna put things in drawers anyway, so we can just turn this on again. Will you get the spooters? You will. Okay. That's picking things up. It is probably not gonna keep up due to the amount of stuff this makes. Oh god. Okay, so we need some sort of transfer something, and we get loot crates, which is really cool. But I can just leave this running for like 5 minutes, and we're gonna have more mob drops than we ever need, probably. But that's really cool. Okay, let me leave this running, maybe clean it out manually here through using these. Or I can even just do this. Hold on. We'll just do item and put another crate. And that should double the output, right? Yeah, it's outputting 2 at a time. What if we do this? And do... It was west, right? Okay, let me leave this running and probably sift some rotten flesh and hopefully get the great wood sapling. I did manage to get a silver wood sapling, so that has been growing here. It is very, very slow, but it made 54 silver wood logs. But this is going to run off camera in between episodes anyway, so we can come back in the next episode and start building with great wood as well. So yeah, let me leave this running again, as I said, and I'll be back shortly. I left it running for another minute or so, and I already got the great wood sapling out of the rotten flesh that I sifted. I sifted like 10 blocks or so, so that is really cool. So we can just take the great wood sapling, toss it in here, and it's gonna grow and slowly make us the items, and then I can redistribute them to have them nice and neat and organized. So that is lovely. We also already have full mineral wood, and we can get more mineral or more of the mineral chunks if we wanted to through the sifter. Or sifter to the squeezer, that's what I wanted to say, and then the drying basin. But we can end the episode off here, and I got a bunch of these loot crates, or not a bunch, a few at least, off of the mob farm. I also made a dank null in between cuts, and I had it in the last cut, but I forgot to mention it. But this is an advanced dev null, which can hold that's 9 items different, and it stores 128. And the more you go up in the dank null tiers, the more items they can hold. And there's also a creative variant which we can't craft, but you can upgrade each one. So we need that's 16 coal blocks and 4 lapis, and then light blue stained glass paints to get to the next tier, which we will do probably in the next episode. I also made a chicken stick, which you just need to hit a chicken with a stick, and then it gets mad, and then you kill it, and then you get a chicken stick. But that's just basically an infinite durability hammer, is what it is. So let's open up these crates. You can open them one at a time and get things. Right-click to spawn cow. This cow is crafted. World cooldown for 1,000, stall cooldown 3,500. Okay, I'll have that. Floor fertilizer and stone. I'll take it. And a crescent hammer and iron tier for barrel upgrades. But you can also shift right click and get all of the rewards. So we got some seared bricks, a pig bait, some pineapple pizza, and some just random stuff with chicken juicer, mana thingy. Squid bait is for water placing. We can place the pig bait here though, and we can get that going, but that's fine. Let me just toss some of the stuff into here. The seared brick can go into here, the pizza, that juicer, wand, and bait, and Botania, and name tags. Redstone torches. Okay. I also have some quests here that we can accept. We have the witch water quest. We get climbing gloves. We get a kill a wither skeleton, which is 2 drops of evil. Wonderful. Cobblestone generator, 3 hoppers. For the storage, we made compacting drawers, so we can get 4 basic capacitors. With chickens, I made the bait and the ground trap, so we can get an auto sifter. Oh, that's the thing that does auto sifting in the world, I believe. We got the fluid cow milk. Oh yeah, okay. We got the cow displayer. That's a demonically gargantuan drum. Wonderful. And we also got a prosperity shard out of some mining, or no, some sifting, I think. So we can get 8 black lotuses. And then the essences and the infusion crystals we can't really make yet. So that I think is all we have. But we can take this drum away and put this drum down. Wonderful. We have a full drum of lava now. Or not a full drum of lava, but it is a drum. And it's going to be full of lava eventually, once this obsidian fills up. Okay, sweet. But yeah, this is gonna be it for today. I have googly eyes that, again, don't fit my eyes, as I've said before, which is really funny. But anyway, I still have my Christmas skin on because it's still January, and I'll still keep it for the entire course of January, and then I'll switch it back to my normal skin. But yeah, again, I want to thank you all for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Also consider subscribing to see new videos. Support me on Patreon if you want, and play with me on this same server, this world, right over here. And you can come visit. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.